from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
All right, and a good morning to everyone out there. It is Monday, December 23rd, officially Christmas week, Patty.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Thank you so much for starting your Christmas week with us. There is no snow in the forecast for us, unfortunately. But maybe, just maybe some rain for some of us. Justin Horn is here to tell us what the forecast looks like for our week.
It's going to be above average. You guys mentioned no snow. We're not even close. I mean, these temperatures are going to be in the 70s. It's going to be quite toasty for Santa. And we may even see a few thunderstorms. Kind of a weird pattern for late December. But here we are. Let's first start with a look outside. We've got clouds rolling in this morning. We're going to keep an eye out for some fog. So far, so good. Visibility is actually really good looking at that shot. So I don't think it's going to be much of a problem. 61 degrees at the airport, 55 in New Braunfels, 60 in Converse, 59 Bernie. These temperatures are, again, fairly warm for late December. We've got southeasterly winds. So today, I would say some fog, patchy fog early, some cloud cover through about midday, and we'll get some sun by the afternoon. That'll get us up to 76 for a high. Just a very, very small chance for shower. I don't think we see much on the radar today, but tomorrow's a little different story for your Christmas Eve. We'll start off with patchy fog again. Pretty similar setup where we get clouds and then some sun by the afternoon, 77. But here's the change. Christmas Eve, by the evening hours, we could see a few thunderstorms. Now, I think a lot of this is going to be east of San Antonio, so east of I-35. But we do have to talk about the threat of maybe a strong storm or two, interestingly enough. And, oh, by the way, we've got some more rain chances down the line, not so much on Christmas, but later this week. More on that forecast coming up in just a couple minutes.
All right, thank you very much for that, Justin. Yes, we will continue to keep an eye on the weather throughout the rest of the week as we take a look here at traffic, and things looking pretty good out there. A little quiet right now. Maybe some folks, are already off for the holiday break as we take a look there at 281 Thousand Oaks, 281 there, St. Mary's. Things are looking pretty good across the city. 1604 Culebra, we're going to check on that one because it looks like we might have some ongoing construction on the far west side of town this morning, Patty.
Yeah, let's check in with Alex Gomez, who is out this Monday morning. Good morning and Merry Christmas. Well, a little early, but Merry Christmas, Alex.
Merry Christmas and good morning, Patty. Happy Monday. Right now, I am driving over here on the west side. This is going to be 90 westbound, right at 151. Holiday traffic, a lot of those kiddos out. I'm not expecting too much slowdowns this morning, but I think Christmas did come early, Patty, because how about them Cowboys still bringing in that W, Patty?
Oh, for sure. Thanks, Alex.
All right, thank you very much for that. Well, new this morning, 5 families are without their homes after an apartment fire overnight. So this all happened around 2 o'clock this morning in the 14,000 block of Oak Meadows in Universal City. That is near 1604 and I-35 on the northeast side. When firefighters got there, the fire was coming out of a balcony door. As you see some of the aftermath right there. Firefighters were able to stop that fire quickly, though. However, the damage was pretty bad, listed as severe. So no one was hurt in this fire. Rescue crews are still working with the apartment management and American Red Cross to help the families that were affected. The cause of the fire is under investigation at this time.
And this morning, 1 woman is dead and at least 4 apartments were damaged, displacing several neighbors after a fire broke out in the northwest side this past weekend. John Paul Barajas talked to one couple who will not be spending Christmas in their home.
I heard the lady yelling out in the back of the apartment complex, help, help, fire.
This woman and her family credit their neighbor for being alive today and giving them enough time to get their newborn out of harm's way, saying if it wasn't for her yelling to alert others of the fire,
we wouldn't probably even know that there was a fire until it reached our door.
Unfortunately for Margarita Cardenas Gaitan's neighbor, she wasn't able to save herself.
She was stuck on her patio, and the fire was in the doorway of her patio, and she couldn't get back in her apartment to unlock her door.
And my brother, we tried kicking the door down, but it was too hard. By the time it opened, the whole fire bursted out.
The San Antonio Fire Department confirmed 1 adult woman was found dead at the complex off of Fredericksburg and Vance Jackson. The cause of the fire is still under investigation, and in total, 4 apartments were damaged by either the fire, smoke, or water.
We had a lot of plans for Christmas.
Yeah, but now we can't do those plans. Now we had plans to where our family was going to come over, spend time, but we can't do that now because
we don't have
a place to stay.
But right now we're trying to open a shelter.
The Red Cross was attempting to relocate the couple to an apartment within the complex, but if that's not possible,
we're trying to say that they're going to send us to a shelter, but we can't go to a shelter. My baby's high risk.
You said that's because she has a heart murmur?
Yeah.
Yes.
For now, the couple's hoping for the best, but thankful their family is still intact.
Trying to do everything you can for your family and stuff, and there's always going to be something that's going to stop you, no matter what.
John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
In your morning headlines, 2 U.S. Navy pilots were shot down over the Red Sea in an apparent friendly fire incident. So this marked the most serious incident to threaten troops in over a year of America targeting Yemen's Houthi rebels. Both pilots were found alive on Sunday after ejecting from their aircraft, with one suffering minor injuries. But the incident underlines just how dangerous the Red Sea corridor has become. The U.S. military has conducted airstrikes targeting Yemen's Houthi rebels at the time of the friendly fire incident. The Red Sea deployment marks what the Navy has described as its most intense combat since World War II.
And this morning, a dramatic rescue at a popular ski resort in Colorado over this weekend. Skiers and snowboarders were evacuated from a gondola after a malfunction, leaving them stranded and suspended in midair for 6 hours. Rescuers using ropes and ladders to save 174 people who became trapped when the ski lift malfunctioned Saturday afternoon. Now, no one was injured. The incident was the first time the lift had been evacuated since opening 6 years ago. Passengers say they're so thankful for the first responders who saved their Christmas.
It's 5 years in a row. I mean, we know it's not easy, so we don't take it for granted. We're grateful. A lot of people here, the Myrtle Beach Bowl is very proud of their bowl, and their people are very hospitable.
All right, look at my guy, Coach Trailer right there. Happening today, UTSA football getting hyped and ready for the Myrtle Beach Bowl, y'all. That is set to kick off later on this morning. Yes, we're going to have some football this morning on a Monday. UTSA had a pep rally yesterday. The Roadrunners want to continue the momentum that they ended the season with, winning 4 of their last 6 games. So let's break this all down. This will be the first meeting between UTSA and the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. So get this, Coastal Carolina is actually going to be playing in their home stadium. So this is basically a road game for the UTSA Roadrunners. Again, kickoff set for 10 o'clock this morning out there on the East Coast.
I know what you'll be watching today.
Oh yeah, definitely. Right after the 9, I'm going to fire this up. Good luck to the Roadrunners for sure.
All right, we want to say good morning, Kerrville. The time right now is 5:07, 61 degrees out there. And lots of people are already heading out of town, some leaving today. We have some key things to remember this year before you head to the airport or get out of the Texas highways.
5:10, welcome back to Good Morning San Antonio. Well, our airport is preparing for a very busy holiday season, possibly over 20,000 people a day flying in and out of town from this past Thursday through January 2nd.
That's a lot of people, and Garrett Berger talks with the airport and TSA about what you need to keep in mind.
Things are pretty calm here today at the San Antonio airport, but that is about to change because the holidays are coming, and so are your relatives, or maybe you are going to them.
The airport is expecting the Christmas travel rush to be even busier than Thanksgiving's. The biggest piece of advice won't be a surprise to anyone.
Show up early.
Give yourself plenty of time.
2 hours before your domestic flight, 3 hours before your international flight.
And when you're going to pack, the TSA says start from 0. That means don't just start throwing in clothes. Check the bag and make sure there's not anything in there that you're not supposed to have.
And it's not just knives and guns and fireworks to avoid in your carry-on.
Snow globes, if they're larger than 3.4 ounces, they won't be allowed to go.
That goes for your holiday recipes, too.
You can travel with as many tamales as you want, but salsa, that's limited to 3.4 ounces.
Now, even toys can get you in trouble, so be careful with the gifts. Toy guns like Nerf? Hey, your nephew loves them. TSA doesn't.
You should also keep those gifts unwrapped or in gift bags for your flight.
If we need to get into it, we're going to open them. And, we don't like to do that.
If you haven't traveled since last Christmas, there's also new tech to scan your government ID at security. TSA says they don't keep these pics, but you can still opt out and save your smiling face for the family Christmas card. Happy holidays and safe travels. Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
And as far as parking goes, there are new options this holiday season. We have a handful of stories about it right now on KSAT.com.
Yeah, things going to certainly be busy out on the roads throughout the rest of this week as we get set for our holiday get-togethers and things of that nature. Taking a look there, 1604 Culebra Road. We still have those flashing lights out there. I-10 at the Y. I'm not seeing TxDOT report anything major at the moment as we take a look there at 10 and 35. Again, quiet out there, expecting not too many people on the roads, maybe a little bit later, some last-minute shoppers. They're going to be heading out to the stores, Patty.
Yeah. I bet they are. Are you tired of the Christmas music yet?
Been tired.
Wow.
You know what though? My kids started doing Christmas music since like July. So we've been like on and off listening to Feliz Navidad since July.
That's a jam.
Yeah.
Honestly, it really is. Gets you in the spirit. And the thing is, we're going to continue to listen to Christmas music.
You know who's listening to Christmas music right now?
I'm sure. Alex
I bet
says
it is
101.9. Let's
got it
all
set.
the Christmas jams in there. Okay, are we going to go to Alex here? Check with him. There he is.
There he is. His favorite song is Burrito Sabanero. Tiki 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 tiki.
Whoa.
Hey, good morning, Patty. Right now, I'm actually listening to. I had Metallica on earlier, so a little bit heavier. No Christmas music. Yeah, maybe tomorrow. But right now, I'm still checking out traffic over here on the west side. I'm at 1604 northbound, right near Petrenko. The roadways are looking good over here on the west side, but I'm going to keep on checking the roadways, Patty.
Does Metallica have a Christmas album?
They probably do. Everyone does. We were saying before the show, NSYNC had a Christmas album. Yeah.
Listen,
I think everyone does.
You're not a band until you have a Christmas album. I'm just saying.
Snoop Dogg has one.
Does
Of course he does.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Listen, speaking of Christmas music, since we're on the theme, let me ask you a question for Just Ask Justin. According to Billboard, which one of these commonly sung Christmas carols is the oldest? Is it A, Hark the Herald Angels Sing, B, Do You Hear What I Hear, C, God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, or D, O Come All Ye Faithful? This is a tough one. I had to do some serious research, so vote. Let me know what you think. KSAT.com.
Somebody is already starting to vote. This is a hard one. I don't know.
It is actually very hard. It's a little nuanced, I'll tell you that. But
okay.
Yeah, think about it.
Okay.
I mean, some of the wording might give it away there. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, that's the
little clues that Justin's
Now I'm singing all
for
these songs to myself.
I know it's kind of all run together. Anyway, that's our Just Ask Justin question this morning. We'll see what the folks think at home.
Look, it's already starting to.
Hey, we're getting some votes. I like this. Okay, let's jump to the forecast, and we'll take a look at what's going on outside. We've got cloudy skies here over San Antonio. We're waiting to see if we get a little bit of fog. So far, visibility has been great, so it does not appear that fog's going to be a big issue this morning. 61 degrees at the airport, 55 in New Braunfels. Humidity levels are inching up, though, so this is a number we'll watch with these light south and southeasterly winds. Doesn't feel a whole lot like late December, does it? Again, fog, so far so good. Visibility is doing fine across the entire viewing area. Our forecast today, temperatures in the 60s this morning. Cloud cover probably sticks with us through about midday. Then we'll break out into some sun, a lot like yesterday, where temperatures made it into the 70s. That's where we'll be again today, 75. Forecast high. That is, yes, above average. Let me show you the futurecast. This is 5 o'clock today. It does show those clouds kind of breaking up a little bit. And then as we get into tomorrow, this is when things start to change. Weak frontal boundary. This is 5 p.m. tomorrow, by the way. Weak frontal boundary starts to develop. Move south. It's right along that boundary where we could get a broken line of storms. Now, the best chance will be east of I-35. But we could even see a strong storm or two. I think San Antonio's odds are fairly low. But you go just east of town, they do pick up quite a bit. Hallettsville, Gonzales, Cuero, all areas we'll be watching tomorrow evening for Christmas Eve. Some thunderstorms. By midnight, these are starting to push south and east. I think we get a chance to clear out some for Christmas Day, so that's some good news there. There is that severe weather risk, as I mentioned. On a scale of 1 to 5, a 1, it's low end, and most of it's east of San Antonio. But I got to mention it because a lot of people will be out and about tomorrow evening. We want to make sure you're aware of the situation. So Christmas Eve, patchy fog tomorrow morning, 70 noontime, 77 at 4 o'clock. There is that 30% chance of rain during the evening. Don't worry. Santa can navigate it all, snow or storms. 77 tomorrow, as we said, 72 for Christmas Day. I think it'll be mostly sunny to partly cloudy for Christmas Day. Then Thursday, we get another decent chance of storms and even some small chances Friday and Saturday. So this is more reminiscent of March
than it
is December. But that is the forecast to basically the end of the year.
Very spring out there.
Very spring-like. Yep.
All right, thanks, Justin. Well, we want to say good morning to all of you bakers that are busy this morning, and of course the bus drivers heading out and waking up with us. The time right now is 5:17, 61 degrees out there.
All right, yes, a lot of folks wrapping up their holiday week here. We're talking San Antonio Spurs. Coming up next, our Spurs have won 4 of their last 5 games. We're going to hear from the man himself, Victor Wembanyama, after he had a historic game on Saturday night. We'll be back.
Welcome back. Your San Antonio Spurs have won back-to-back games, and 4 of their last 5 games. The Spurs won by 20 Saturday night, winning at home over the Trail Blazers.
Yeah, nice holiday treat for the home fans here. San Antonio is now 15-13 on the season, and this was a historic night for Victor Wembanyama. Wemby tied a career high for blocks in a game with 10 and now has a block. You see one of them right there in 62 straight games. That is a new franchise record, passing the great David Robinson. He also scored 30 points, and he is now the 6th player in NBA history to have 30-plus points and 10-plus blocks in the same game.
You know, as every player knows that there's some days where you can't make a shot. Whether it's practice or game, there's some days it just doesn't feel right. But those days get less and less, happen less and less over the years. I remember being, 15 years old and spending like so much time in the just getting shots with coaches in the gym late, and I think I'm growing into it naturally.
Yeah, I would say Wemby's gotten pretty good at making shots.
I don't think he has a lot of bad days.
No, definitely not. All right, coming up for the Spurs, it's going to be a busy week, y'all. They're playing at Philly tonight, 6 o'clock tip-off there. And then, get this, we have the Christmas Day game against the New York Knicks. That's going to be at 11 a.m., and you can watch that right here on KSAT 12.
All right, well, this weekend, the Dallas Cowboys learned they were eliminated from playoff contention before they kicked off with the Bucs on game day. But that does not mean that the Cowboys were not going to try and upset the Buccaneers on Sunday night.
Absolutely. So the Dallas Cowboys right now playing for pride at home. First quarter, we saw a touchdown there, 3-0 when Cooper Rush throws and finds Jalen Tolbert back of the end zone for a 10-yard touchdown. So the Cowboys were up early in this one. It would be 23-14 Cowboys at halftime. Let's take you to the fourth quarter now. 26-17 Bucs making a drive here. Baker Mayfield unloads this one for the end zone. It looks like it's a touchdown for the Bucs, but it turns out that Jordan Lewis actually takes the ball away from Jalen McMillan right there, picked off in the end zone. 2 drives later, Tampa Bay still in this game. They're using the hurry-up offense to score, and they get within 2 points there. It's 26-24 Cowboys with about 2 minutes left in this game. Bucs get the ball back. You see Baker Mayfield right there, the former Lake Travis alum. He gets it to Rachaad White, but Rachaad White, in an effort to get the first down, he loses the ball right there. Cowboys taken away by Deron Bland, and the Cowboys come away with a nice victory here, Patty.
And that is your ball game. Here is your final from Arlington. Cowboys 26, Bucs 24.
All right, meanwhile, we're talking about busy weeks. The Houston Texans are actually in the midst of a 3-game stretch here, 3 games in 11 days, and they're going to be hosting the Baltimore Ravens for Christmas here Wednesday. This game's going to kick off at 3:30 p.m. at NRG Stadium, and these are going to be the games, Patty, that are going to be shown exclusively on Netflix. So the first time that Netflix is going to have NFL games, Beyonce is going to be performing out there. It's going to be a lot of fun out there Christmas Day.
I just hope it doesn't buffer like last time.
Like the Mike Tyson. Yeah, that was a bummer. Hopefully they got their glitches out of the system.
All right. We want to say good morning to Lavernia. The time right now is 5:23, 61 degrees out there this Monday.
Up next, award season hopefuls and a classic vampire tale are among the 5 new movies heading to theaters this Christmas Day. All right, coming up on 5:27 right now, 5 new movies are arriving in theaters on Christmas Day.
Exciting.
Here we go.
Here's CNN's Rick Damigella with the Hollywood Minute.
Being a CEO means being a collaborator and a nurturer.
Nicole Kidman stars as a CEO engaging in a torrid affair with an intern in the drama Baby Girl. Kidman won the Volpe Cup for Best Actress at the Venice Film Festival for the role.
I'm one of the biggest pop stars in the world, but I've always seen myself a little less evolved.
Robbie Williams portrays himself in the musical biography Better Man, but you won't see much of him as his performance was replaced by a CGI chimpanzee.
You tramped all the way from Minnesota. Why is that? I wanted to catch a spark.
Timothy Chalamet steps into the shoes of Bob Dylan in the biopic A Complete Unknown. The film has racked up more than a dozen awards already, with numerous more nominations for the ongoing awards season.
As long as I'm boxing, I'm gonna be okay.
Ryan Destiny plays professional boxer Claressa Shields in The Fire Inside. Destiny won the Rising Star Award at the Denver Film Festival and is nominated for Best Lead Performance at the upcoming Film Independent Spirit Awards.
He's coming.
Who is coming to my child? Count Orlok is coming back to theaters in Robert Eggers' modern telling of Nosferatu. The film has already won multiple critics groups honors, along with the National Board of Review's Cinematography Award. Getting refills of popcorn in Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
All right.
It's like a good line.
Any of those interest you?
Not the last one.
See, that's the one I'll probably watch out of the group. Yeah, it's like a Dracula remake. Yeah, it's a remake from like a 1920s movie.
It's very dark.
Yeah.
I'll just read the book. All right, we want to say good morning to all of you getting ready to go out on your morning run. The time right now is 5:28, 61 degrees out there.
All right, a lot of us are looking to make a little extra money to supplement your income. Up next, we're going to show you how one San Antonio woman took her side hustle and made it into a full-time job. 5:31 right now. Good morning to everyone out there. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. It is Monday. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend.
Yeah, can you believe it? We're already at the end of like the year.
That is difficult.
It went by really fast.
Yep.
I can't conceive it. It just is. It is what it is. And I'll tell you too. I was hanging out with RJ this weekend.
Oh, okay.
I got sunburned.
Oh, what?
Just to give you an idea.
And I warned him.
Oh my!
I told him. I was like, y'all are sitting right on the sun.
It's amazing.
It doesn't happen. You know it's winter, right? Like
I know.
It's officially winter.
I was thinking low sun angle, I'll be fine, but apparently not. It's warm out there. This is what happens. Looking about as red as that screen there behind me. Okay, let's take a look at today's forecast. If you're heading out the door, we may see a little bit of fog this morning. If you're heading on the roads to travel, all the weather across Texas looks pretty good. I mean, we're talking 60s and 70s here. It could be so much worse. There will be some clouds early, and you'll see some sun in most of the spots. But really, any which way you go out of San Antonio, the weather is just fine. Not a lot of issues out there with regards to weather, at least. Now, you know the roads are going to be busy. Temperature-wise, we're at 61 here in San Antonio, so not all that chilly out there. 59 Bernie, 60 Bandera, 62 Hondo, 60 right now in Uvalde, and we are seeing those morning clouds work in. There could be some patchy fog. So far, I've not seen a lot of evidence of that. So maybe not too much of an issue today. I think tomorrow we'll see a little more fog. Cloudy through about midday, and then we'll break out into some sun, 76. I can't rule out a stray shower today, but for the most part, it's dry. Tomorrow's a little different story because we will see that chance for maybe a few thunderstorms late in the day as a weak frontal boundary works towards San Antonio. So this is what we're going to keep an eye on. I'm going to talk more about this and that potential for maybe a couple strong storms too, coming up in just a couple minutes, guys.
All right, let's take a look outside the roads right now. What is going on with our traffic authority? Loop 410, Vance Jackson Keller. You can see a lot of vehicles out on the road already because it's only 5:30. So I'm imagining a lot of people are heading out of town already. 410 at Paramidal looking really good. No accidents really to report. We've been keeping an eye on TxDOT, and really the roads look great right now.
Yeah, they definitely do. So Justin mentioned earlier, for all of our folks that might be doing some travel here, if for whatever reason you're about to step outside within the next couple minutes or so, inbound traffic times, traffic's looking pretty good for our drivers coming in all parts of our area. Outbound times, of course, a lot of folks may be thinking about heading up I-35 and I-10. Maybe you're headed out to Houston for the holidays. 29 minutes, 26 minutes, 25 minutes if you're headed out to Bernie right now. Let's go and check in with Alex Gomez. He is scanning the roads for us on this Monday morning. It looks like Alex is actually at an incident. Alex, how are things looking out there?
Yeah, good morning, RJ. I'm at the area that you spotted earlier this morning. This is going to be 1604 in Culebra Road, and it looks like we did have a major crash here earlier to where they shut down the westbound lane. So 1604 westbound is shut down between Shanefield and Culebra, but it is in the clearing stages. It should be opening up real soon, but I wanted to check it out, so I'll let you know the next time we talk if it's going to reopen anytime soon now, RJ.
All right, thank you very much for that update, Alex, and going out there to the far west side of town.
All right, well, this morning, police have identified the man they say drove into the Killeen Mall Saturday as 53-year-old John Darrell Schultz.
That's right. As Reed Binion reports, authorities say that the suspect struck 4 people before he was shot and killed by responding law enforcement officers.
I cannot believe it. Up to now, I just cannot believe it.
Residents in Killeen, Texas, reacting to the terrifying scene that played out at a local mall over the weekend. A 19-mile police chase ending with the driver plowing his truck into a shopping mall Saturday, hitting people as he drove through a JCPenney.
Driving through the store, actively running people over. He traveled several hundred yards.
Police say it started when a highway patrol trooper tried to stop a pickup truck.
Mel was called in as a possible DWI driver. The driver failed to yield right away to the trooper. The suspect traveled westbound.
A witness said while she was in the mall parking lot, her dash cam partially captured the police chase on a nearby highway, which runs adjacent to the mall.
The chase was coming towards us, and the driver was turning towards the mall.
Exited the highway, entered the Killeen Mall parking lot. He did drive through the front door of the JCPenney store, striking 4 people. Those people were transported with some to severe to minor injuries.
Troopers and local police followed on foot, ultimately shooting and killing the driver. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Well, an update on the tragedy that we've been following since Thursday. One of the children was severely injured when a car crashed into the Excelled Plus Montessori School is still in critical condition this morning. School officials posted this update on Facebook, which shared information directly from the child's family. The post says that while the child is still in critical condition, the other 4 children hurt in the incident have been released from the hospital, and that is some good news. Now, if you remember, a teacher, 22-year-old Alexia Rosales, died after the sheriff's deputies say someone accidentally hit a car in the school's parking lot, pushing another car into a group of children. And Rosales, in the Facebook update, the parents mentioned that they're still waiting for more information from the Bexar County Sheriff's Department investigators. Now, it is something that we are also checking in on as well.
In some Texas headlines here, the son of retiring Texas Congresswoman Kay Granger says that his mother is dealing with dementia. Brandon Granger says that she is currently staying in an independent living facility. The 81-year-old's office released a statement that said, in part, Granger's health challenges have progressed since September. Kay Granger's last cast a vote on the House floor back in July. She was the first Republican woman to represent Texas in the House. She was elected back in 1997.
And Wall Street will start Christmas week on a good note. After all, 3 major indexes on Wall Street closed sharply higher Friday. While the Dow rose nearly 500 points, the index posted its 3rd straight losing week. Investors appear to be cheering the latest inflation data released by the Commerce Department Friday. It showed that inflation ticked up less than expected last month.
All right, taking a look outside with live cam. Again, 61 degrees right now across San Antonio. Good morning to all of our folks in all of our parts of the area, including Uvalde, Castroville. We appreciate you guys being with us on this Monday morning, Patty.
And up next, everyone is looking for ways to make a little extra cash. A local woman turned her side hustle into her main job. We'll tell you how she did it and how you can too.
This SA Salutes holiday greeting is brought to you by the Carlson Law Firm.
Happy holidays, San Antonio. This holiday season, we celebrate the spirit of service and community.
As a veteran-owned law firm, we are proud to serve those who have served our country.
To all of our veterans and their families, thank you for your service. We are honored to stand by you.
From the Carlson Law Firm, we care, we can help.
Happy holidays.
All right, 5:42. Well, this morning, a lot of us are looking to make a little extra money to supplement our income.
Now, for some, this opportunity comes easier than for others. Here's how one San Antonio woman took her side hustle and made it into her full-time job.
My name is Angel Contero. My business is called Que Bonita Crafts. I started a year before the pandemic.
Art and creativity comes natural for Angel Contero.
I mirror image it, put it into the heat machines.
But it just recently became her bread and butter.
I've been drawing my whole life. I've been doing this seriously. In April, it'll be 6 years. All you do is push it down right here.
Fed up and stressed with her job in the medical field, Angel invested into herself and turned her hobby into a business.
So I started drawing, I started painting, I started selling my things, and then the pandemic hit. So I had to pivot into digital illustrations and things like that, so that way I can mail or email my works to my customers. Then it turned into putting those digital works onto t-shirts, onto cups, onto mugs, stickers, and that's where we're at today. And also now we do murals.
It's taken years of hard work, from sitting in markets to sell her crafts to growing followers on social media and having her items on display at local shops across Texas. Family support and networking are key to her success.
I'm starting to make a really good income out of this. It's kind of evolved it even to like event planning.
We were just talking about how that is a lot of work, but you're working for you, which is, makes you want to work harder.
Yeah, and it seems like she has a real passion for it too. So great. I like all that stuff. That's very like San Antonio or Texas centric and stuff. Yeah, so good stuff there.
Yeah. All right, we want to say good morning to Helotes and Spring Branch. And time right now, 5:44, 61 degrees out there. It's kind of warm.
It is a little bit more spring-like than what we're used to during this time of the year. Let's take a look here at Drive Cam. Alex Gomez. He was out at an incident on the west side of town, the far west side off of 1604, but looks like he is stopped at a red light right now. So we're going to go ahead and check back in with him coming up before we get you out the door before 6 o'clock.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at the cloud cover we have over us right now. There's actually quite a bit. We're going to start off with cloudy skies this morning, representative of the moisture that's starting to flow back into South Texas. We saw quite a bit of cloud cover yesterday. We'll start off with clouds, at least for the first half of the day, and then maybe some sun this afternoon. But that's a look at the satellite picture right now, and there is, yes, quite a bit of low cloudiness, not only over us, but this is stretching up towards North Texas and Oklahoma out ahead of a weak frontal boundary. Now, this is the front that's going to stir up some storms for Christmas Eve, mainly east of San Antonio. It's a weak front. This is not a front that's going to bring us a lot of cool air, but it may be enough to give lift to some showers and storms. So that's why we'll be watching it. You can see there's some pretty dry air behind it. Amarillo has a dew point of 21, but out ahead of this thing, we're starting to see these dew points rise into the 50s, even 60s down around Brownsville. Now, this is going to be an important number this morning. If it can rise a little bit more and get a little bit closer to the temperature, maybe we see some fog. But so far, that has not been the case. I think by tomorrow morning, as this humidity increases just a little bit more, fog will be possible on our Christmas Eve morning. So let's look at the futurecast here. This is 5 o'clock today. This particular model does still show quite a bit of cloud cover during the afternoon. I think there will be breaks. So we'll call for, partly cloudy skies. As we get into tomorrow, start off with some fog, and then much like today, partly to mostly cloudy during the afternoon. But this is where we start to see some of these thunderstorms blossoming along that weak boundary tomorrow evening. This particular model does want to break out a broken line of storms. San Antonio points east. So San Antonio's odds of seeing rain are pretty small, but the further east you go, the higher the odds get. Now, this model is a little fast with this, I think, but I think between 9 and midnight, there is a window in which we could see some storms. That'll push south and then out of here by Christmas morning. So this won't be an issue on Christmas Day, but folks in Houston certainly will get quite a bit better coverage of showers and storms, and they could see some heavier rain out of this. This is 7 a.m. Christmas morning. All is well, and I think we get a chance to clear out some too. That severe weather risk tomorrow evening is low end. On a scale of 1 to 5, it's a 1. But places like Austin, Luling, Hallettsville, Houston, all areas that are within this risk. Notice San Antonio is not. I think our odds of seeing severe weather are very low. So Christmas Eve forecast. Patchy fog tomorrow morning, 70 noontime, 77 for a high, and there is that small window for rain. Let's say 8 p.m., 30% chance. If you do have Christmas Eve plans tomorrow night. Let's keep an eye on the radar. Very quickly outside, 61 here in San Antonio, 55 New Braunfels, close to 60 in most spots. Extended forecast. We showed you tomorrow, 72 Wednesday for Christmas Day. We'll call it mostly sunny to partly cloudy. And then Thursday, rain chances return. Actually, a little better shot at rain this go round. 40% chance on Thursday, smaller chances Friday and Saturday. Sort of an active pattern. It's really unusual for late December. A lot of moving pieces, but it stays warm all the way through the weekend.
I have a lot of plants, and I've seen a lot of trees that are kind of blooming because I think they're confused.
Yeah, I mean,
they're confused. It might be spring.
You still have to mow your yard almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Justin.
All right, thank you very much for that, Justin. Take a look at your traffic authority before we get you out the door here at before 6 o'clock hour. So we had our camera up earlier, 1604 at Shanefield. Looked like the stream was having some issues there, buffering or getting the signal through. But we do know that there is a crash out there, 1604 Shanefield Road. That's going to be on the westbound lanes. Take a look at some of our other cameras. There we go. Looks like we're back online. And again, that looks like it is the westbound lanes this morning, Patty.
Yeah, and Alex Gomez was out there right now checking out that area. I know he told us it was closed, but is it back open, Alex?
At least one lane open right now, Patty. Good morning. 1604 southbound right there at Culebra. That scene has cleared, so police they made their way out of there. Now Textile Heroes are slowly just putting out those flares, picking up those cones, so it should be fully reopened not too long from now. But again, one lane was open when I left, so people can exit Culebra. They can even exit right there at 151. That was the big one where there was a lot of delays, people trying to exit 151. But it's going to be looking better pretty soon now, Patty.
All right, thanks, Alex. And it looks like there's a lot of drivers out there joining you at 5:52 this morning.
I know right now things are getting a little bit busy as we get closer to 6 o'clock. Maybe some folks getting in those last work days, I guess, if you will.
Exactly, like us.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
We want to say good morning to Spring Branch. The time right now is 5:52, 61 degrees.
Yeah, and congrats to the Smithson Valley Rangers. They won the state title. Speaking of Spring Branch. All right, moving ahead here. 3 new movies debuted in the U.S. this weekend, including one of them right there, Mufasa, running off with the #1 spot. We're going to talk more about this coming up.
Look out! Pop, it's showtime. Showtime. Guess who's back again? Oh, they don't know. I bet they know as soon as we walk in. Show up.
Finding the perfect gift at a perfect price feels like
24-karat magic in the air.
Behind all the holiday magic is you. Max, what makes you, you.
Speak now or forever hold your...
Only took 4-hour cough liquid? Unlike Robitussin DM, Delsum Liquid offers 12 hours of cough relief all day or night. Delsum, cough crisis averted.
Hey, it's me, your very dry skin. New CeraVe Intensive Moisturizing Lotion with hydrourea and 3 essential ceramides helps restore my natural barrier and relieves my dryness for up to 72 hours. New CeraVe Intensive Moisturizing Lotion.
Everyone wondered how the world ended.
The post-apocalyptic drama Homestead opened in 5th place with $6.1 million, while box office champ Moana 2 tumbled out of 1st place with $13.1 million. Wicked was not far ahead in 3rd at $13.5 million.
When I am king, no other animal will break my stride.
Disney's prequel sequel Mufasa the Lion King bowed in 2nd in its debut weekend. The photorealistic animated musical made $35 million.
Wow, are you guys seeing this?
He looks just like you.
Impossible. You're a colorful bunch.
Sonic the Hedgehog 3 outran all competitors to finish in 1st place with $62 million, giving the threequel the 2nd best opening for the Sonic franchise. Variety reports Paramount Pictures has already begun planning for a 4th Sonic movie to arrive in the spring of 2027. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
All right.
Yes.
I know some little kids that want to watch that at my house.
I was surprised that it beat Mufasa, actually. Yes. Apparently, Sonic's still reminds me of my childhood.
You're still a kid. The Smithson Valley Rangers are the kings of Texas football after winning the state championship this weekend. We'll hear from the players and Coach Larry Hill about what it means to their community.